Hello, my name is Rick Ice, and today on Important Court Cases of the Past, we'll be looking at the court case Engel versus Vitale. And luckily, today, we have a guest speaker who has much information on this case. So please welcome Tanakrit.
Hi Rick, so I'm glad to be here and I hope I can provide some basic information about this case.
As do I. Now, how exactly do you know so much about this case, and how are you so intrigued with it?
Well, the fact that I'm a Christian and because this case was on prayer in school, it just grabbed my attention.
So, I see. Now, because you're a Christian, do you agree with the outcome of this court case?
Well, honestly, I would have liked if the court kept public school prayer for the fact that this nation was founded under Christian religions and beliefs. But if I don't want to push my religion on other people anyway.
Okay, I see where you're coming from. And yes, let's please stick to the court case.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay. So, could you tell us a little bit why the New York schools had a prayer in them?
Well, the Bar of Regents believe that having 22-word non-denominational prayer would be a helpful tool for development of character and a good citizenship.
That's very interesting. So, you're saying that they believed prayer would make better people?
Yes, that's correct.
Ah. Um, so, who decided to sue the school for this prayer?
Is what actually the parents of the children going to school in New York?
Really?
Yeah, really.
That's interesting. Do you believe it's weird that the parents wanted to sue the schools for this prayer?
It doesn't really surprise me. Remember, most people have their own religion, so therefore the parents could have felt like their children were being forced to pray in school.
Ah, that makes sense. So, um, why did the court case classify this prayer as unconstitutional?
That's a good question, Rick. So the court decided the prayer violated the First Amendment Establishment Clause. The court also didn't want the prayer for they didn't want a religion tyranny in their school.
Wait, you mean people really believe that this prayer would cause religious tyranny in schools?
Yeah, more or less.
That's interesting. So, do you know of any schools today that have prayer in them?
Well, the Supreme Court said that schools have a voluntary prayer where the student who choose or not to say a prayer, but I'm not sure if the schools still have that system or any voluntary prayer in school.
Interesting. So, I know another reason why Supreme Court made a prayer involuntary was because the court that they believed there should be a separation between religion and state. What are your thoughts on this subject?
That's true. Well, I think that religion and state should be together, but not one controlling another, just like the form of checks and balances.
Ah, it's an interesting idea. Now, why do you think the case ended up going to the Supreme Court?
Honestly, my guess is that because the court had to check if the prayer was unconstitutional or not.
That makes sense. Well, Tanakrit, it looks like we're out of time for today. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for letting me on the show. I hope my information helped providing the basic idea from Engel versus Vitale.
Well, folks, that was the discussion of Engel versus Vitale. I hope you have a little more insight on this court case, and I hope you join us next time on Important Court Cases of the Past.